What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Grape and Whiskey. This is Karen. My name's Dave, and today we're getting into whiskey this time from a local distillery. All right, let's get into it. Okay. Tempting this. This is our local distillery's fanciest of whiskeys.
Looks like a really thick
Yes.
seal thing. I got to dig in there to get it.
Yes. A whole bunch of wax on here.
Well, they don't want nobody chugging it before they buy it. I mean, that's seriously sealed.
We'll get in there one way or another. I'm not to stab myself.
Move these glasses up a bit.
I'm sure there's a proper tool for this.
What kind of tool do you use outside of a razor blade to open that?
Mm-hmm. Break the side of the glass.
Get away from the blade there.
I got you. All right, we've made it to the cap.
This might be really good. It's taking a lot of work to get to it.
All right, we got most of it off. I'm gonna keep the rest on. So this is like Maker's Mark, except lots more work. Maker's Mark got that thingy where you just kind of do it and the wax pops off. Maybe they can invest in that.
Maybe. I guess when you're a local distillery, they just kind of care about it being really, really sealed.
It might be worth it. I will say this. It was starting to push up around the edges, and the inside of that wax was wet.
That's
So
not
That's why they do that. Sometimes that's necessary. They didn't the corking.
Okay.
Well. Sorry, we kind of jumped the gun there.
Yeah, kind of did.
We're trying to. So, this is a distillery in North Myrtle Beach. It's somewhat local. Excuse the dog; he's very excited about it. In case you hear him, it's a single malt whiskey finished in tawny port casks. Make sure I get all this information right. And 1233 is the name of the distillery. If you want to tour them, you can tour. They even have a speakeasy if you know the password.
They do. It's 1233 Distillery. We have the little glasses here.
Yep.
You can, what I looked at, you can get it online. However, obviously it varies by state, but I do know that you can. I did look it up.
I didn't actually know that.
I did a little bit of research.
I know you could do that.
For you guys, just in case.
Down in Florida, there was a lot of things you could order online like that. But
yeah, I think it just depends where you live.
South Carolina gets a little picky.
I don't know where all they ship to, but, just look.
This is one of their better ones. They might have way more expensive, better ones there, and I haven't noticed. But this is more of their Irish focus. I'm guessing it's like a high-end Jameson. I'll leave this here so you can see that.
What does it say? Well, we can't make out what it says, can we? Nope.
I'll probably butcher that name.
We can't.
I believe that is a Trey Moore.
Yeah, and it actually says on the side.
Something. Oh, yeah, Trey Moore. Okay. So that is exactly what it is. If you can't read the bottle, sorry, it's Trey Moore. It might help if we put it right here. Trey Moore by 1233 Distillery. Anyway, onward to it smells pretty good.
Yeah.
And we don't usually try things this pricey. I think it was like probably $50.
I don't know.
Somewhere around there. If you get it directly from there, it might be more or less, depending on your state. If you're trying to find it.
Yeah. What was the history on it? I think it's on the side. Did we read that yet?
I mean, I could go into it a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to bore a whole bunch of people, but While many renowned malt whiskies come straight from the Scottish Highlands, ours hails from the Grand Strand, Traymore, and they do right near Myrtle Beach. It's made made of 100% malted barley. Traymore is fermented, distilled, then aged on New American charred oak barrels for 5 years. After reaching maturity, it's aged another 6 months in French tawny port cask to create an amazing complex, rich profile of malt, spice, vanilla, and stone fruit. Please enjoy responsibly.
What's stone fruit?
All right, try. I've heard of it. I'm not too familiar. Look up what stone fruit is. Say in the comments what stone fruit is. I really don't know what to talk about.
This does hail from the Grand Strand here. Clearly in South Carolina, so.
Well, one of the reasons why we even brought this up, we have not had a sip of this yet.
No.
And we wanted to give it a shot because pretty much everything that they put out of that distillery is excellent.
They have really good cocktails.
Yeah, you can actually go to the distillery and have the cocktails at the distillery. So if you live in the Myrtle Beach area or North Myrtle, I should say, they're up near there, Little River, that whole area up there, and go in there, try their cocktails. They make all different kinds of cocktails, and they're mixologists really. They go and create their own cocktails as well. And so you won't have just your standard drinks up there.
No, you'll have your fancy cocktail. I mean, I think I had one with a whole bunch of like whipped cream and all this other stuff.
Yours was very pink.
It was very pink and it had a lot of alcohol in it, but it was really good. It was very good. So it's good. They have some pink fruity drinks and they have actual like really fancy old fashions and different things like that are really, really good. So.
That's what I got an old fashioned that they.
If you're an East Coaster and right up there, it's a good place to go.
Yeah, it's a good place to visit. So take a day trip out there if you live somewhat local. It's worth it. And I'll say the old fashioned that they made me, they smoked it the right way. They lit wood on fire and they actually smoked the glass.
Smells
and
good.
I appreciate that. It's the right way to do it. Well, let's get into it. I've been excited, waiting for the moment to open this.
He waited for you guys to open this.
Waited. Don't let me down. Keep subscribing to this channel so I can keep opening things like this.
I know.
I want to keep trying it. Smell it first. Enjoy it.
It smells good.
It smells mild to me.
It does smell mild, yeah.
It's very, very mild.
Mild. It has a hint of vanilla, and I definitely smell that in there.
Oh, do you think it's going to be like Maker's Mark?
I don't know.
Well, I'm going to guess it here. What do you think you're going to rate it? With just smell alone.
Smell alone?
Yeah.
For me?
I'm going to pour you
I'm
some.
still smelling it. It smells like malt and vanilla, which I guess is what it's supposed to smell like.
Well, you know... Sorry.
My nose itches all the time here.
There we go.
My nose.
There, then any of less. She's not a huge whiskey drinker, but when she finds one, like her Tennessee honey whiskey, you can't pull her away from it.
All right. I think I'm gonna go. I don't know. I'll probably go 6.
I think it's a 6. Oh wow!
But then again, I don't.
So
it does. I smell honey and vanilla is what I smell. So I could rate it a bit higher than that.
Yeah, don't drink it yet. Don't drink it yet because I always rehash. 1792 has stood the test of time. It's my favorite to drink straight, not on ice. The second you put it on ice, I don't like it. The Maker's Mark is right there with it. Maker's Mark is one of those you could just drink anytime with anything. You can mix it, which I don't recommend, but you can mix it. You can shoot it. You can drink it on ice. You can drink it warm. 1792 just edges out a little bit, and that's just a personal preference. And maybe I'll do a blind taste test once to see if it really, truly does. Well, yeah. Exactly. One of the reasons I bring it up, this to me smells a lot like Maker's Mark. And I don't know what they base theirs off of, but it's got a richness to it. It smells sweet. It smells almost like sweet bread. Kinda.
Okay.
Sweet cream bread. Yep. That's my opinion.
I
I think I'm going to rate this really high. I think I may even rate this a 9.
might be your new favorite one.
It might be.
It does smell pretty good. The honey, the vanilla smell in it.
It's going to take a lot to beat it, though, because to be honest, I still like to factor in price. When I don't factor in price, and I just factor in just the smell alone, like, bam, 9, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then how much actually is it? Am I going to drink this all the time?
And that's not the cheapest.
All right. Let's actually try it.
Huh.
Okay.
You try.
What are your thoughts?
Drink it first. I'll tell you.
So demanding.
So it's the Karen in me.
Okay, go ahead.
That's pretty good. I am not going to complain. That is very good.
Wow.
Pleasantly surprised.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a 10.
Does that beat the 1792?
Yes.
Oh, no, we got to test this now.
It beats it.
I don't...
It actually beats it. Now I'll say it's a little bit more money, but I've never had it. Wow. Okay, so this is like you took Maker's Mark and you elevated it. And Maker's Mark has a French oaked. So what does this say? Yeah, they do port cask in this one. But remember the Maker's Mark French oak? I only gave it like a 5.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was way overpriced. Go back and watch that video. I compared that with just regular Maker's Mark. One of our more popular ones. But I really gave Maker's Mark the praise it deserves. This just dethroned everything.
I don't know. It is good. But I have to taste the 1792 to say if I dethrone it or not. Because that has my ultimate vote.
Well, it's sitting behind us.
We need the glasses first. Hold on. Can I get up without flashing my booty?
Sorry, everybody.
Booty. Well, okay, well, some of y'all might want to see the booty, but, this ain't that type of channel.
Okay. Wow. Take this away from you now. I swear we haven't been drinking anything. She's just weird all on her own.
It's called having a good time. In South Carolina. All right.
Okay, so I wasn't going to do a head-to-head on this. I really wasn't. I was just going to appreciate this for what it was. But now it came down to the line of the fact that it may beat my favorite whiskey of all time.
Find out.
All right, let's...
Yeah. Stop those there.
Keep these organized. Okay, these
That's
two.
okay.
With that. All right, make sure everybody can see that. I'm not gonna edit this out.
Gotta hear the sound.
Nope, we're gonna keep it. No, we're gonna keep it just like this. We're not doing a lot. I'll just do a little bit. It's the taste. Love this stuff. Straight. This is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. So, in honor of the year Kentucky joined the United States. That's what that year meant. I've gone over that before.
Yeah.
Okay, now, do you want to try this again before you try this? Let's keep these.
I want to taste this first.
Okay.
So it smells really good, as usual. Okay. Okay.
It's got a very, very different scent to it.
Oh, completely different scent.
1792 has never been known to be creamy. That's why I don't care for it when it gets watered down.
Yeah.
That beats it. This ends up being more harsh on the tongue later.
Which one beats it?
Oh, this wins.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
This
All
to me is still better.
I'm trying to clear my taste buds for a second here.
So,
Something nut.
after drinking this, I rate this a 10. This goes down to an 8. This is no longer a 9 for me.
You're kind of right.
This is not a 9. This is an 8 for me now.
Yeah.
And this is an absolute 10.
You're right. It's been dethroned.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
This is top dog. I'm sure this will knock back down to a 9 if we find something better.
Yeah.
But as of right now, this is almost the perfect whiskey.
I was not expecting that to happen.
No.
That's a different result.
And locally, at that.
Yeah, for sure.
Support your local distillery for that reason. Mm-hmm. That reason alone.
So the question is now, we're going to have to eventually, if not now, do it in maybe another video. What is it? Does it still dethrone it over ice?
Oh, on the rocks? Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I don't like this one on the rocks at all.
Yeah.
And because it has that bite to it.
Oh, so yeah, it still might then.
And the bite I'm referring to, when you put that on ice, it actually amplifies it, then waters down the rest of the whiskey. That's why this turns into nasty whiskey. And Maker's Mark doesn't quite have that. It just kind of stays creamy through it. And that's why you could put it in mixed drinks and it's still okay. You can't mix this and it be very good. Maybe in a Coke, but I wouldn't. You don't really want to mix these kinds of whiskeys.
No.
Yeah, Maker's Mark's the only one you could really do that, and it's almost a waste of money to do it.
Yeah, you don't want to mix this stuff. You want to mix the cheap stuff in the Coke. Yeah,
because you're not really going to taste a whole lot of it anyway. So
yeah,
this is something that I would just. This is your sipping whiskey. This is ideal. It's not bitey, but yet has the same tone that this has. It's almost like you mixed this and Maker's Mark together. Is one of the best ways I can put it. But then took all the after bite to it out. Because it really doesn't have a bite. So if you're looking for a bite, this is not going to have it and you don't want to buy it. It's going to be super smooth throughout it. Some people love that. Some people hate it. Just like some people love hot food. They want the bite. And they want to feel it. This you feel, maybe not in an alcohol way, but you feel it on your taste buds. It hits the back of your tongue. Going down. And you just, it's like that warmth.
Yeah, you feel the warmth in your chest or whatever. You feel it down here.
It does. It feels like it's warming you up, even if it's not. If it's cold outside, it kind of will make you warm inside.
Yeah.
And this don't quite have that.
That's just a good sipping whiskey, maybe. This is
dangerous, and you should pour yourself a set amount and put it away.
So on a warm summer evening, you're outside with your friends, would you choose that one or this one?
Oh, this all day long.
There you go.
Yeah. And this is, now, granted, I buy this every single time I run out, I rebuy 1792.
You do.
That's how much I love this whiskey.
Yes, we don't get.
And I get upset if people drink all my 1792. so I make sure I keep this in the house. A lot of the ones can go by the wayside, and I always keep Maker's Mark. Those are my two staples. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm going to have to make sure I keep this for specifically just sipping.
So does that beat, though, the other 33 Distillery one that we have over there? That is better.
It's way better, yes.
No, we haven't reviewed that one yet.
Yes, we did.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to find a log.
That one wasn't very high.
I need a bourbon, a little log like I have for my wine here. See, this is the wine one. That helps.
So it wasn't bad.
Forget.
It wasn't bad. That's when we had Big Dave on here.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We tried that together.
Big Dave.
And it wasn't a bad whiskey by any means. but it wasn't our favorites. Yeah. And let's just be honest. So still support your local distillery. And this is why you end up with things like this.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm going to give this a shot. I do like Irish whiskey. Jameson to me is okay. I think Jameson needs to be mixed with something, personally.
Yeah.
Or just shoot it and get it out of the way. It's that kind of whiskey. But this came out of South Carolina. And you just wouldn't know it.
So shout out to 1233 Distillery, because that is really, really good. They did a good job.
Yeah, most people will say, "Oh no, you can't." If you're having a whiskey or a bourbon whiskey, it's got to be Kentucky or Tennessee or one of those. South Carolina, you just don't expect it.
Yeah.
So try it everywhere. And any distillery you get the chance, tour it, try their stuff. I've been to some where I hated everything in the distillery, but it was worth the chance to try it and give them a chance. And now I can safely put their name out there for free. Hopefully people listen to the advice. Hopefully people buy this and then comment in the section how great it was. I would love for them to get the popularity for this for free.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You deserve it.
One more sip before we go?
Yep.
Of which one, Hannah? This one?
This one all day long.
It's just a fisted.
You can just throw this one out now. I'm kidding. Just kidding.
There you go. I'll double do it. Ugh. Hold on. Give me a second. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say really good.
And it doesn't go into your nose either and just kind of sit there. In fact, and we always do this. We almost forgot the whole new drinker thing. We always try to tell people that if you're new to drinking or new to drinking, let's say new to drinking in general, I recommend this. And I normally wouldn't recommend a higher end whiskey to a new drinker because they just won't appreciate it. I think you would.
Yeah.
The problem is, it's hard to recommend it because now this is your bar in which everything stands. So if you go out to some other bar and they give you their well drink, you're going to hate it. Because this is what you've been drinking. So it's just drink it home. Then we're going to drive anywhere anyway.
We're fine.
Taste stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. That's really good.
And if you're new to whiskey, I still say you could go for this. It's a safe bet. But
if you don't have it near you and it doesn't come to your city or state or whatever, just go to your local. If you have one, most states do, I think, nowadays.
Also,
go to your local distillery and see what they have.
See if they have an Irish whiskey.
Check it out. Yeah.
They may make one. It can be rare because, mostly Kentucky and Tennessee, and they might try to mimic it and they can't quite get it because they need what's up there. But they did a good job. And I will say, though, that doesn't discount these.
No.
Right now, I like these, but that's just a preference. And this is still a staple in a home by 1792. Always by Maker's Mark. Everyone knows it. They love it. They see it. It's easy to drink. And that way, if somebody new comes over, I don't really drink whiskey. You got something to hand them, especially the Maker's Mark. Because the Maker's Mark doesn't have much bite like this. You're going to have a bite, and someone new to whiskey may not drink this. They may not appreciate it for what it is. So, yeah.
Or just give them maple. It's easy to drink.
Well, that's just really sweet.
Yeah.
Maple whiskey is good. And we actually, Costco can give you a pretty good deal on their maple whiskey.
And what do we hear on, we're watching YouTube today, and I think I heard that they don't have to have a membership to go to buy alcohol.
Is that true, or is that just a rumor right now?
Look it up,
yeah,
because
check that.
I thought I heard that, but yeah, take it with a grain of salt, but you never know. But I thought I heard that today, that you don't have to. It was on another YouTube channel.
I don't know who wouldn't have a Costco membership, but I get it.
Yeah, just like the food court. Well, we will after April, but
at least you can go in there and get some alcohol if they have it in your state. Not all Costco's have alcohol, or it may be in a separate building. There's different laws everywhere. Anyway, we're gonna put all this up, and
after you finish sipping all this. We got a lot to sip. We have a lot to sip.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications for more stuff we're going to try. We're going to try some local, and if you have anything in your hometown that you just love, please put in the comments, and we will try to get it, and we're going to put it up against this. If you
give
think
us an idea.
If you think you have something that could dethrone any of this right now, and granted, I think this is a 10. I don't say that about much stuff. Please put it in the comments. Even if I don't, especially ignore the price. But if you put a $500 whiskey down there, I'm not going to try it because it's probably not going to be a 10.
No.
I'm telling you that now.
Exactly.
They normally aren't. I've had shots of extremely expensive.
It tastes like Band-Aids and gross.
And it will just be gross. I mean, there are good stuff. There is good stuff out there, but don't buy based on price. It's usually not worth it.
No, it's not.
Stick to a middle ground. This is about the top end that we kind of sit at.
Yeah.
For what we get. Anyway.
All right. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Music.